What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron. We're like maybe a little bit under 10 minutes early. You guys know me. I'm usually in here a little bit late, but I decided why not? Let's hop on here a little bit early, say what's up to the people, draft a team. How is everybody doing on this fine Wednesday evening? As always, it's August. I am August. If it's August, I'm going to be streaming. And that's just what it is. So how is everybody doing here? We're locked and loaded. Tomorrow's outline is all finished. I think I'm actually going to low-key pull an all-nighter and write the next day's outline because I just want to be one step ahead so that I'm not constantly chasing my tail. But how is everybody doing? We got a long night ahead of us. But I'm glad to kind of take a little break from grinding outlines, grinding the data, and just hanging out with the fellas. How is everybody? How are the people doing? How is everybody in the chat? We've had people sort of hanging out here. I did have it ready to go for 8:30, and then I was like, still writing this outline. Let's push it a little bit. We got Corey in here. Who do we got? We got Jack in here. We got Darius Diaz. We got Jim Pala. We got heads, man. How do we know this draft is perfect? Because, look, any draft that I'm drafting is a perfect draft. That's kind of the crazy part of this whole thing. Fantasy Football Garage, what's going on? We got Smooth Criminal in here. We got Sun Tzu Chu in here. What's going on? We got the Deep End. We got Lincoln Log. Among Us. Calling me by my government name here. We got Costa Rican Superfan. We got Andrew Mackins. What's up, Ron? Do you want to connect tomorrow, or are we Gucci? I'd say we're probably good, but I will. I'll reach out if I find a reason for us to set up a meeting or whatever. What else we got? We got Frankie in here. We got heads in here already, man. Basement squad assemble. Bad Ronald, let's get. We got FF in here. How are we? Got the home league on Saturday. I think that everyone has a ton of home league drafts coming up here. Let me know if you guys have a home league draft coming up. Like, let me know if you have one coming up and when the draft date is, because I'm very curious to know. What do we got? We got Pedro in here. We got Philippe in here. Great, completed one out of 4 drafts so far in the all caps. Love to see it. What else we got? We got Nick in here. Just finished an RTS draft from the 10 spot. Started Kelsey, Diggs, Higgins. Wow. Like I said, I can't get there. Also, make sure you leave a like on the video or on the stream. Helps the boy out a ton. Pushes the stream out into the algorithm, into the nether, into the ether, if you will. Gets us put in front of more faces so we can hop out here and do a underdog draft, a best ball draft on Underdog Fantasy, the best ball platform in all of the land, with as many people in here as possible. Now, as always, if you are new here, make sure you check out Underdog Fantasy. They are the best ball platform out here, where if we just look at the site, let's pull up the site here, but it's beautiful, it's sleek, it's easy to use, and you can go out here and get ready for your home league drafts by drafting in real money fantasy football leagues. They're best ball, so it sets your best lineup every week. You don't have to set lineups, you don't have to do waivers, trades, any of the nonsense. You can just hop in here, practice for your home league. There's sharp ADP where there's real money on the line. Everyone's 18 plus, everyone's 21 plus, instead of like, your Yahoo mock drafts and your sleeper mock drafts where it's like AI generated and it's all wonky and it's bad. You can go into Underdog, get ready, get prepared for your drafts. Use promo code RON when you sign up. They'll match your deposit up to $100. We have a link in the description. I actually need to put the link in the live chat, I think, as well. But we'll have a link in the description. We'll have a link pinned at the top of the live chat. We'll have a link pinned at the top of the comment section down below. And you guys will be able to use promo code RON. Click the link. It'll actually take you there. It'll use promo code RON already. And you'll get your deposit matched up to $100 so you can come out here and play in some drafts with us. Man, maybe should we do I saw they dropped another eliminator, fellas. Should we do another poll? Like, you guys know me, man. I like to keep it simple. I kind of just want to do a best ball mania, but I will do a poll just in case. What draft should we run up? Eliminator. It's like a $6 eliminator this time, or a BBM. You guys let me know. You guys let me know. I'm putting in the chat. It's up to you guys. Whatever you guys want to do. Whatever you guys want to do. 8/27's your home league. Labor Day's your home league. Okay. I see it. This Sunday, you have 2 home leagues this weekend. So a lot of things going down this weekend, huh? Labor Day. Is Labor Day like the week? Is Labor Day September 5th? I'm not sure. Draft this Sunday. Okay, so everyone has. It seems like either this weekend or next weekend, huh? You got a 10-team 2-quarterback auction this Friday morning. Damn. That's a sicko league, Andrew. What's good, G? What's going on, Al McGrady? How are we? A Dynasty rookie draft this Sunday in a home league. Started in 1997. My God. Henry, these are insane, man. These are insane dates out here, but I do absolutely love it. The little eliminator is what's out right now. Could possibly get into it if that's what you guys want to see. I'm open to whatever. Seems like BBM is leading the way. Again, you guys know I like the simple stuff. I do. And the BBM is going to close eventually, and we still have like 40 or so drafts to do. So I'm really just trying to play catch-up on there. We have 44 votes already. We're leaning towards BBM. We're just going to do a BBM. I'm sorry, fellas. I know that everybody wants a new shiny toy. But we're going to hop in a BBM. We're just going to hop in a BBM. Of course, again, promo code Ron, link to the top of the chat. If you want to hop in a draft with us. If you want to hop in a draft with us. Yeah, I was just making sure that it's pinned at the top of the chat. It is. Okay. But yeah, if you want to hop in a draft with us, promo code Ron, link in the description, top of the live chat, top of the comment section. You click it, takes you there. Promo code Ron. Match your deposit up to $100. You can hop in a draft with us today. Now, we're going to do a Best Ball Mania draft here. And get right in here. All right. So if anyone wants to hop in, I'm going to click Best Ball Mania. I'm going to click enter. That's not going to actually get me in. It's going to be the yes. I'm going to give you guys a second to, pull it up on your phone, get ready, and then I'm going to count down in a second here so that if any of you guys want to hop in a BBM, you can. Wait, this Monday is Labor Day? No way Ron is a 90s kid. Dude, I was born in 01, man. I was born in 01. Like I'm like barely a 90s kid. But I did experience some of the 90s stuff. I remember like the shows on Nickelodeon, watching like Full House growing up, Family Matters, the like Temple game show on Nickelodeon that I can't remember the name of. So you mean to tell me? Okay, Labor Day, September 4th. Okay, I thought it was this upcoming Monday. I was like, there's just simply no shot. All right, people are saying boo. Let me check the poll one last time. I'll check the poll one last time. If the poll still has BBM, fellas, I think we're going to do BBM. I think we'll do a BBM. If it's still ahead in the poll, we'll do a BBM. Let's check. It's still ahead in the poll. It is. I hate to be that guy. All right. So I'm going to end this poll. Yes, Legends of the Hidden Temple. I remember watching that like in the morning before school sometimes. All right. So we're going to hop into this in a second here. We're going to hop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. There we are. There we are. All right. We are in here. Time to get to work. Time to put the hard hat on. Hop in one of these BBMs. And win it all. Oh my goodness. I hate when you guys hit me with the all cap stuff, but I got you. Ron, please help. Tyreek or Bijan the 5th pick. And a half PPR, no tight end, and 2 flex spots. Oh, give me Tyreek there. I'll take Tyreek there. We got the 7 spot. I feel like we haven't gotten the 7 spot in a good little bit of time here. This kid is wise beyond his years, though. Some might say. Some might say I'm wise beyond my years. Some might say I'm also a dumbass. I'm still not quite sure. I'm still not quite sure what I offer here. But let's go. I think this looks good for you guys. I think this looks good. Let me know if that looks good for you guys. I think that should work. But what do we got? Let me know. Let me know. Now I'll start, like, look, we were just doing some pleasantries. I was just hopping in here, saying what's up to everybody. But now we can answer questions, talk some shop. Make sure you leave a like on the video. It helps the boy out a ton. We're at 38 likes, 181 viewers. Come on, let's get to like 100 likes. That would be dope. 100 likes. Let's get there. Leave a like. Help the boy out. You can't even vote. Who are all the legendary RBs from the video today? We did a legendary RB video a while back, but I went through Bijan, Pollard, and Breece Hall. I'm actually dropping a video tomorrow where I'm going to outline some more of the legendary RBs that I like to target. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that. Also, in my rankings, I pretty much have like running backs pushed up to the spots where I then think it's justified to take them, if that makes sense. But I can't give away all the secrets. You got in one? Oh, yeah, let me know if any of you guys got in here. I don't think I recognize any of these names. I think I recognize Vinny. I think I recognize Vinny, and that might be it. So there goes Diggs. Let's go with the Bijan team, man. I've been really feeling Bijan. We're going to be talking about Bijan in tomorrow's video. Let's let the big dog eat. I've been taking a lot of Kelsey in these, and like maybe it would have been smarter to take Kelsey, but I've kind of got my exposure to Kelsey back to a spot where I like it, and in BBMs, I no longer really feel forced to take any which way, any which player in the first round. We got Zach in here. What's going on, man? Bijan or Chase in Dynasty PPR? Chase for me. Just think wide receivers last longer. Just think wide receivers last longer, and like Chase might be literally like Randy Moss. You're Candyman? Okay, sweet. Okay, so we got Candyman in here. I think Vinny is usually the guy that's in the chat. Ron, where's Pete? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What do you mean, where's Pete? I mean, I have a buddy named Pete. Damn, hate to see that PS didn't make it in. Yeah, I knew Vinny. I knew I recognized that name. We have running backs going off in the back half of this draft. We have Chubb gone, Eckler gone, Kelsey at 9. Kelsey at 9 is actually sweet. To me, that's like the ideal spot to get him. Best draft position in a 10-man full PPR home league? I think like the 7 spot. I'm starting to come around on like the 7 spot. Because you can get one of these like 4 wide receivers that I like. You can get McCaffrey, you can get Bijan, you can get like Kelsey. And I think that's like a decent way to get to start a draft, you know? Best damn fantasy football sports show, period. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, man. Someone explain to me. I cannot. I've been getting a lot of these comments. Wormhat. Why would anyone have to explain to you how Jerry Jeudy is better than Courtland Sutton? Like the proof was in the pudding last year. I hate to use that saying, but it's just what it was. Like, I'll look up the stats. Jerry Jeudy was a top 20 point per game wide receiver on the worst offense scoring wise in football, and Courtland Sutton did nothing. Courtland Sutton hasn't finished as like a top 40 wide receiver since like 2020. The Sutton homers and the Sutton like extremists are some of the more tilting people that I have to deal with in all of fantasy football. Now we're gonna go Jalen Waddle here. Jalen Waddle, Bijan. I think that's a combo that I probably haven't started with before. But like, let me look up here. Sutton. Like, it's pretty easy. Like, Jeudy was a monster last year. He somehow was like top 15 in yards per out run on a awful anemic offense. Like, being that efficient on a bad offense is insane. And in games where he played over 60% of the snaps, he was like a top 15 wide receiver in points per game, again, on a bad offense. He had a better points per game last year than Deebo Samuel, DK Metcalf. Like, there's a lot to like there. And Courtland Sutton was the wide receiver 40 in points per game last year. And Courtland Sutton hasn't finished inside of the top 40 point per game wide receivers again since 2019. So, like, a lot of the guys in my comments, like, holding on to Courtland Sutton and being like, because this was a big thing that we had to harp on last year. Like, I was at the top of Sutton and Jeudy were going next to each other, and I was saying, no, Jeudy should be going first. I don't really understand all the Sutton hype. Neither were really crushes at ADP or smashes at ADP, but Jeudy was far, far better. Like, every yards per out run, target per out run, fantasy points per game, like, thinking that Jeudy isn't better than Sutton at this point in their careers is purely emotional in my eyes. So I know that that's just one guy in the comments here, Wormhat, but it's something that I've seen in the comments on Twitter. Like, whenever I talk about Jeudy, there's one guy in the comments that's like, what makes you say that Judy's better than Sutton? Well, the plethora of data that we saw last year where Sutton was awful and Jeudy somehow made it work and put together a serviceable wide receiver 2 season in like the worst situation imaginable. I don't know. You're in the 112? Okay, I love it. We got the pound. What's going on, man? Anything weird happen here? We got Jacobs and Jonathan Taylor going in the late second. Those are guys that have been slipping recently, but that's a little bit of a weird one there. Just pumped your gas, brother? Couldn't be me, man. Are you high on Pickens this year? Why is you 2 in your 20-man league? I can't even wrap my head around the 20-man league. Not very high on Pickens, but like in the 6th, 7th round, I'm fine with him. It's hard to bet against a guy like Pickens, who I think is talented and is a second-year player. I just think that the fit there is awful with Kenny Pickett and him just running purely vertical routes. So, Ron, have you seen Best Ball Brunch yet? Sadly, I have. Sutton is fake, and Jerry missed some games. Thoughts on doing... People are saying solid start. Love to see it. Yeah, I'm not taking very much of Sutton. Like, I just don't think that he's very good. Let's go Gibbs here. I'm trying to take more Gibbs, and to me, there's not really a clear, like, good pick here. I've sort of softened my stance from anytime that Jahmyr Gibbs is there in the 4th round, you take him. I think I've now backpedaled to anytime Jahmyr Gibbs is there in the second half of the 3rd round, so like 306 or later, you should probably just take him at this point. So we doubled up on the rookie running backs here. I kind of like the way the team looks so far. Red zone targets is all we got here. Any advice on the little eliminator? It's tough to wrap my head around. He said 0 RB is trending big time. Yeah, that's true. I said in my double hero RB video that we dropped like a few weeks ago that I do think that this is shaping out to be one of the better double hero RB years, which is kind of what, I guess, is sort of what we're shaping into with this draft. Oh my good, Jeudy in the 6 is insane. On underdog, he goes in the 4th. Again, that's what I'm talking about with these underdog drafts. If you just drafted them, even like the $3 sit-in goes, you can just get a feel for where players should be going, and you get to a spot where you're taking Jerry Jeudy at this 3-4 turn in underdog, and then you get to your home league, and he's sitting there in the 6, and you're like, yeah, see, he goes 34th here, where in a home league, this guy's saying he got him in the 6. So you just kind of like condition your mind to like looking up and being like, wow, so Jeudy shouldn't be here in the 5th round here in a home league. Let me take him here. You said DK could get slight bump because of JSN. I actually moved him. I moved him ahead of Debo like 1 or 2 spots, Metcalf, after the JSN injury. Would you take Bijan at 2? I wouldn't. The earliest I take Bijan is like 6. I know that Harmon says that Jeudy isn't a good route runner, but I just can't believe that. I just can't believe it. I know that he has data on that reception perception, but he came out of college where all the film grinders are saying that he was one of the best route runners out there. Jeudy, to me, almost seems like an Amari Cooper type of guy where his routes are good, but sometimes he can kind of like fade away in a game, especially last year when like the Broncos were so bad. Like, it's hard to give 100% on every single route. To me, I have a hard time saying that he's a bad route runner. I think Jerry Jeudy, like, his calling card coming out of school was being a great route runner. And I think last year producing in such a bad situation kind of speaks to that a little bit. But it's tough, man. I get what he's saying, and he probably knows the wide receiver position better than me. But I think it's taking the methodology of reception perception just a tad too far, saying that Jeudy's like a bad route runner or something. Please let me get Lamar here, brother. Please let me get Lamar here. Please. Please. I'll do sick and twisted things. I hope that this guy's not watching. I hope that the delay's long enough as well, where I'm like begging for him here. Please, dude. Anything but him. Anything but him. Oh, it's going to auto him. Wow. Let's go, man. 4th round Lamar. What a start here, fellas. Lamar is also a Week 17 matchup against Waddle there, too, so that's sweet. This start through 4 is kind of sexy, fellas. Kind of a sexy start. How far does Andrews have to fall for you to pick him late third? I'm fine taking Andrews as early as like early third. I think I have him ranked as like my 26th player or something. We got Jeremy Schoen in here. That's a true OG. What's going on, man? Chris, okay, sorry I missed the super chat. This has been hanging in here for a while. You said if JT, wow, we have 338 people in here. Holy shit, man. Leave a like. Holy, I wasn't expecting to get to the 300 plus today. If JT to South Beach does, what the hell? Some of you guys make my head hurt with these, but does Hill, Waddle, Tua move? I don't think so. I don't think I move any of them if that happens. I think any volume that you lose in the passing game is just like made up for with the receiving game. And I think JT would be like an early second at like worst in that scenario. Like that would be best case scenario for everybody besides my Devin A. Chain shares, really. What is the ceiling for Judy? Honestly, like back end wide receiver 1 is kind of where I see his ceiling this year. Oh, look, it's August. It's me. It's me. We got creamy sauce in here. You're going to have to sell me on A.J. Brown over Quez Watkins after to finish your Sutton rants. I like last year that debate was buried and settled. Like that was it. That was it. You know, going into last year, people that were sort of hanging on to the Sutton over Judy thing, fine. Like there was some data you could get behind, but like last year, like it played out. Like you saw it. One of them was startable, the other was not. Like, I don't know. You had your people in your league going Swift, Connor, and Akers over Terry, London, and Ayuk. Good lord. Good lord. I've been loving DeAndre Swift this year, but like early 7th round is where I prefer to draft him. 6th round Swift is insane to me, which is where like 6th, 5th round Swift is where he goes sometimes. Probably got this question a ton, but where do you think JT is going to go? I think he sits his ass at Indianapolis, man. I don't see anybody shelling out draft capital for a running back right now. The running back market's just been so dead. To me, I think somebody would have to, like, I mean, you hate to even say it out loud, but somebody would have to get hurt in a pretty serious way. I'm also going to put it out there. We're at 101 likes. You have my word. If we hit 200 likes this stream, we'll send another one. We'll send another one. So hit the like button. Help the boy out. You guys are crushing it right now. 375 people in here. My God, dude. That's insane. It's like a random August night, and that would have been like our record last year. These streams have been nuts, dude. We got Lake Duchesne in here. What's going on, my boy? Yeah, I was begging for Lamar there. I'll get my firstborn son for Lamar. Dude, I'll burn... I'll burn down villages on horseback for Lamar Jackson in the 4th round, dude. I'll do sick and twisted things. Man, I hate that we keep going away from wide receiver here. This is a very wide receiver heavy room. Let's do Tyler Lockett. I think Tyler Lockett gets a slight boost with the JSN injury. I'm not taking 5th round JSN after the injury. I like JSN still, but I think you can justify Tyler Lockett in the 5th. Especially in a wide receiver heavy room like this, I think you can justify Lockett in the 5th after the JSN injury. Buys him a little bit more time. Said ship chasing wrapped up. I saw that they were doing a prime time. 6 start. Thank you, man. I really like it, too. All right, so we have some super chats to get to. I will say, fellas, I'm so bad at getting super chats. Let's see. We got best draft for 1 PPR this year, 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 flex. In that type of league, probably just hero RB. Hero RB or double hero RB. When you have 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, I pretty much rule out 0 RB there. What did we get here? In a best ball right now, got, not in yours, got Chase Olave. Chase Olave, Ridley, Hall, Ayuk. Where do I shift from here, you think? Probably start shifting. I think that you can still get another wide receiver or 2 by round 10, but you can definitely start looking at like QB, tight end. Once round like 6, 7 comes around, you can start looking at like your Dobbins and your, your Dobbins and your Javantes and your DeAndre Swifts. JT is generational. Someone's trading for him. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough. I mean, like, Saquon's generational, and he didn't really have a trade market, I don't think. We got Melissa Harris in here. I mean, I'm always skeptical of girl usernames actually being a girl, but it might be part of that 0.03% female audience that I got going on here. We got Brushfire in here. What's going on, man? What's going on? What do we have? Drop a like for Mr. August. Misspelling August, but it's all good, brother. We got, you said, hi, new subscriber. Do you have any advice for me going into my draft with no 5th or 6th round picks? Oh, geez, dude. How do you have no 5th or 6th round picks? I was a keeper in the 3rd and Sanders as a keeper in the 9th. Well, I mean, you've now made it impossible for you to take too many dead zone running backs with not having a 5th and 6th round pick. I'm not sure. Hill and Sanders. Full PPR. I'm not sure. I think I would still just sort of carry on business as usual, just not having a 5th and 6th round pick. I guess I'd be more hungry for wide receivers early if you can fall back on Sanders, and if you don't have the options to take wide receivers in the 5th or 6th round. But it is really tough to say. That's a weird setup there. What are your thoughts on Jahan Dotson this year? Sound like Terry is banged up, and he was one of the most efficient red zone wide receivers when he started last year. I like Jahan Dotson. I have a hard time. I don't know that he's like super, super talented. I know that there's guys out there like Harmon. Are we going to take 3 running backs through the first however many rounds here? Let's go Dobbins, man. I think right now, dude, Dobbins coming off of the pup. He's still a 6th round pick. I think I just updated my rankings, by the way. Shameless plug, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. My entire top 200 rankings and cheat sheet are on there. I will say I'm going to do another rankings update tomorrow. I said originally that I was going to update them like once a week every Sunday, but we're at the ceiling of draft season right now. I'm trying to update them like minimum like 2-3 times a week. So I'm going to tweak them tomorrow, especially because keep it on the down low. But we're going to do some form of a high stakes draft tomorrow night. So be on the lookout for that. I want to make sure my rankings are fresh and ready to go for that draft. But Dobbins is a guy that I now have as like a late 5th. And until his ADP reflects that on Underdog, every time that Dobbins is there in the 6th round, I'm pressing the button on him. Just simply pressing the button on him. But yeah, Dotson's tough. I never really like I'm not sure Terry McLaurin going down gives Jahan Dotson like a sizable boost. I pushed him up like 1 round. I didn't love him coming out of school. I know he looks good in some of the reception perception stuff. I'm like at market on Jahan Dotson. I'm not all over him, but Ian Benjamin, even right there, I passed on Madison. Dobbins over Madison all day, my brother. Also, for any of the real ones that stuck around for the end of last night's stream, me and Ian Benjamin here got into like a rap battle. I dropped the mic, dude. Ron, this is one of the best teams I've seen you draft. Let's go, man. The JSN dip is juicy. Snag him late, boys. Yeah, 100. I'll say still in these underdog drafts. He's still going in the 6th round. I think I would prefer him like in the 7th. Thoughts on Kamara? On underdog, he's palatable, where he's like an 8th round pick. But in homelies, where he's like a 5th, 6th round pick, missed me with that. Thoughts on Drake London this year? I do like him. He's somebody that I kind of just want to bet on the talent with. He doesn't have the same concerns of Pitts of like maybe not running the entire, all the routes. Like he's going to be out there on every single down, main receiver, crush yards per out run, reception, and targets per out run. 8th overall NFL draft pick. Really, really talented dude that's held back by a situation. I'm down to kind of bet on him to outperform where he's at here. Now, we're coming up here. It's going to be really close to me but between Michael Pittman and Kyle Pitts here. We like technically need a tight end, but we like also really need a wide receiver badly. He goes Miles Sanders. Let's go Pittman. We're really light on wide receiver right now. We can kind of just punt tight end. This was going to be a 3 tight end build unless if Pitts somehow makes it back. Female 100%. Okay, I'll take your word for it. What rounds are considered dead zone for a 10-team size league? How I would do that math is if rounds 4 through 6 are the dead zone in normal leagues, which is like picks 37 to 72. Just do that same math for a 10-team league. So like pick 37 would be what, like middle of the 4th round, Yeah, middle of the like late 4th round through pick 72, which is going to be like the 7th round. So it's like it starts later and finishes later, if that makes sense. So it'd be like 4-5 turn to like 7-6 turn. I think I kind of explained that. What do you think about Kamara this year after the suspension? Like, he's probably like an RB2 type. Probably like a solid RB2. Depends on how much Jamal Williams and depends on how much Jamal Williams and Kendrick Miller like eat into that workload. Deion Jackson, I think I kind of prefer Evan Hull between the two of them, but neither of the backup RBs are that interesting in Indianapolis, and I do think that they probably bring somebody in, like a Kareem Hunt or something, if they do end up dealing Jonathan Taylor. Man, we're getting so many comments that I can't keep up right now. But I'm going to try and keep up here. You said, is Keeper the Stonewars format? I vote yes. I agree as well. I agree. Again, my take is I like my league very vanilla. But when it comes to Keeper, if you want the year-over-year aspect of fantasy football, just play Dynasty. Like, to me, my home league used to be a Keeper league, and then we just did away with it because it just, like, things just get so cheesy, man. Like, it's just, like, you shouldn't win a league because, like, you just have, like, the best keepers. Like the beauty of redraft to me is starting fresh, doing the draft the way, you know, the fantasy football gods intended, and just drafting a clean slate every year. It's just the way that it should be, okay? If you want the continuity, play in Dynasty. But also, you know, if you like Keeper, then play what makes you happy. At the same time, man, do you, you know? Let's reach a little on Rashad Bateman. We'll complete this stack. Rashad Bateman to Lamar Jackson. That's a little bit of a reach on Bateman, but I wasn't really sure if he was going to make it back, especially in this room with, you know, some of you guys. Superflex makes 0 RB more or less viable? Probably neither. I would say slightly more viable. Wow, Ship Chasing took Dotson in the 5th? That's insane. For me, it's like 6th. For me, I can do 6th. Late 6th, I can do. You been into the Bulldog this year, Ron? Not yet. But really not by design. Really just because it's been really tough to do so far. Mr. August, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You said that Herbert pick is so nice. Oh, wow. 6th round Justin Herbert is sweet. 6th round Justin Herbert is sweet. Is there anything, like, on the board that, like, sticks out to me? I got to do a better job at, like, actually commentating on the draft itself. But I am just trying to connect with you guys and see what's good. Yeah, I don't think Terry McLaurin's going to miss a ton either. Like, I think that he's not going to be himself for the early season, but it's tough. You said Cody Jackson said, Ron, just getting here. Can you scroll up and show the team? Yes, sir. I actually kind of love the way the team looks right now. Started from the 7th spot. We went Bijan, Waddle, Jahmyr Gibbs. 4th round, Lamar Jackson, which is absurd. 5th round, Tyler Lockett. 6th round, J.K. Dobbins, Michael Pittman, Rashad Bateman. So I think we're looking nice. Yeah, Javonte in the 7th isn't going to last a while, dude. Javonte in the 7th is a really nice pick right now. Yeah, if people remember, like, Dynasty season, like, I actually liked Ritter a ton coming out of school. Like, Ritter, I'll still never understand that 2022 quarterback draft class. Say what you want to, but Sam Howell should not have been a 5th round pick, just based on their profile coming out of school. Sam Howell should not have been a 5th round pick. Malik Willis shouldn't have been a 3rd. Desmond Ridder shouldn't have been a 3rd. And neither should have Matt Corral have been a 3rd. I mean, like, none of them have shown anything since they've been drafted. So, like, it's kind of an empty claim. But just based on what they put together in school, like, a lot of those guys were, like, projected 1st-round picks. Like, I tied for one of the most accurate mock drafts in 2022, and I had Malik Willis going to the Steelers instead of Kenny Pickett. Like, pre-draft, we were assuming, like, second. We were expecting day 2 at worst for all of those QBs, and they all just fell. Or, like, 2nd round at worst. Tua, Dak. We're just going to stack the hell out of Baltimore. We're just going to hope that this Baltimore team is the key to winning fantasy championships, which I think they can be. So we're going to go Odell Beckham there, who I'm sort of coming around on here, too. we're kind of betting against Zay Flowers, which I don't really mind just like betting against a random. Like, there's no way that Odell Beckham, Rashad Bateman, and Zay Flowers all smash, and I can't tell you which one or two of them do. But in a given draft, you can't bet on all three. So I was fine, we'll take Bateman and Beckham here. People were saying go Pitts there. Damn, my bad. Is Najee Harris undraftable? I mean, in home leagues where he's like a 2-3 turn pick, yes. But if he was to ever make it to like the 4 or 5 turn in a draft I was in, I would probably take it. So Pittman is top 20 steady. I love Pittman this year. I'm really coming around. 7th round Pittman is absurd. You said Hard Knocks making me less confident in the Jets. I gotta be honest. I haven't watched Hard Knocks since the first episode. I just like, dude, it's August. I've been grinding harder than ever, dude. Like, I haven't even really been consuming content. I've just been locked down here in the basement, going absolutely bonkers. For JT, it's culture of the couch. I kind of agree, man. Yeah, I'm not knocking people like trying to get trying to get advice for a keeper league. I'm just saying personally, I don't love the format. I like CeeDee Lamb over AJ Brown. You missed the days of 8th round Waller, even 7th round Waller was so sweet, bro. I don't think I'm gonna get much 5th round Waller, dude. 5th round Waller. I mean, I take that 5-6 turn Waller where he went here, but middle of the 5th Waller is a pretty brutal button to press. I wish I had more. I wish I had more Waller preseason explosion. You play in a standard keeper league? Oh man, bless your heart, brother. Judy versus Keenan. I have Keenan Allen slightly higher, I believe. You said the Eliminator filled up fast as hell. I think. I could be wrong. I think that they just dropped a new one. Unless if that just filled. Yeah, the Little Eliminator. The Little Eliminator. $6 to enter, but it's way bigger, this one. I think the last one was like 6,000 people in there. But this is 93,000 this time. So that's a pretty big contest. What do you think of the weekly winners contest? I think it's if you play DFS, I think you have a massive edge in weekly winners. But as somebody that is 22, banned on DraftKings, no DFS experience, I think my edge is in the normal drafts. But I think there's a huge edge to be had in weekly winners because it's an unsolved game and there's like a lot of EV to be had if you know what you're doing. It's just not my bread and butter, But again, if you're somebody that plays a lot of DFS and has a like brain for that kind of format, go ahead and play. Let's go Njoku here. Njoku falls a little bit past ADP. We need a tight end anyways. Why not? When would you consider Tua thinking about stacking Waddle? Probably like 10th round. On Underdog, you could maybe convince me like 9th round. But yeah, I mean, he goes 10th round here. Like 10th round is where I'd be comfortable, I think. You had a Tyreek, Bijan, Amon-Ra, Ramondre start on ESPN. My God, dude. My God. Sore Raven sore, pretty much, man. Are you a Dynasty Howell believer? Honestly, kind of. Howell is tough for me because my model hated him, but I also understand that like 5th round draft capital is absurd for the kind of guy that he was in school. He had very strong 1st round buzz after his like whatever it was, 2nd or 3rd year in college. It's very, very strange the Sam Howell fall. Like maybe he was like suspect in injuries, but I have a hard time believing that. I really do. If you get 2 wide receivers in the 1st round, do you feel comfortable with Gibbs as RB1? I think I do. Even more comfortable in full PPR. We got Chris in here. What's going on, brother? Hey, good morning from Germany. God bless your German grandma. See you for the Oktoberfest in a few weeks. I love that, man. We had a German exchange student at our school that played on the football team. He was like this big, massive kid. I think everyone called him like the German. I think that was literally his nickname. But he was like a grade above me. I wasn't really a fan. Do you watch the Bundesliga? I don't watch soccer, but because I play FIFA and FIFA Ultimate Team, I have like a disgusting understanding of like the players and the teams in that league. like Leverkusen, RB Leipzig, uh, Dortmund, of course. Like, of course, I know the big teams like Bayern and Dortmund, but I'm trying to name like obscure. Uh, like I know that. What the hell is the team that's like it's like a green H or something? But I think that's where like De Bruyne started. I have a weird amount of soccer knowledge just because of playing FIFA. That's really what it is. I only watch international soccer, which is like maybe a weird thing. Even like non-USA, like I love the World Cup. If you follow me on Twitter, I was putting like futures out. I actually cashed. I think I cashed like Morocco to make it to like their Elite Eight or whatever. I think that's like the quarters. But let's see here. Devon A-Chain's been a pretty tough button to click recently, but I think we're going to do it here just because he does have the, or no, we're going to chill, I think, actually. Actually, no, we're not. We don't have any wide receivers to stack here with these quarterbacks. So let's go A-Chain. A-Chain's been slipping a little bit, considered week to week. I don't know. I don't love that pick, but in the 11th round, A-Chain's probably fine. Oh, you were asking the German guy if he watches Bundesliga. That's hilarious. What do you think of Michael Mayer this year? Good pick in best ball drafts? Oh, yeah. Great pick in best ball drafts. Really clean prospect. Who do you got at East Lake this weekend? I don't even know what East Lake is, man. I don't even know what East Lake is, my boy. Why is D. Henry not top 12? Old, lots of touches, questionable offense. You're 90% audio listener, bro, or else I'd reply to you, Chris. These contests are cooking? Oh, yeah, dude. Dude, I don't know if BBM is going to I don't know if BBM is going to make it to like the first Thursday night game. People are asking why I'm banned on DraftKings. I'm a degenerate, okay? When I was like maybe a sophomore in high school, and I used like my mom's like name, but with her permission, she thought that it wasn't a big deal. But I would play DFS using her name and stuff. DraftKings caught me somehow. And then they pretty much flagged my name, email, phone number, like pretty much anything attached to me, ID. And I've talked about it before, but like every time I reach out to them, like, hey, fellas, I was a little freaking degenerate rugrat, dude. Like now I'm in my 20s. I'm a more measured person. I will put a bunch of action on your site. And then they're like, okay, fill out this, do this, send us this, and then we'll let you in. And then I do that. And then they don't let me in. I've done that now like 2 or 3 times where I've like complied with their email customer service, and it never works. So screw them. And like I don't even want it bad enough. But what else we got in here? What else we got in here? Wolfsburg, that's what it is. Oh, Werder Bremen, then Chelsea, then Wolfsburg. I was talking about him on Wolfsburg. So remember that he was kind of a budget beast on Wolfsburg back in the day on Ultimate Team. I honestly only got into soccer because of KSI. Like, again, I'm a young guy. I've always watched YouTube. KSI, like right around 2014 World Cup, like, that was the first FIFA I played, FIFA 14, where like KSI was massive. The World Cup was massive. Copped the game. Absolutely loved it. I play it every year ever since. I mean, I golf, but I don't really watch golf. I bet on golf sometimes. I actually hit a pretty big bet on Wyndham Clark to win the Masters, but like everything else I don't know in terms of golf. Let's see. We don't have any Denver. Man, we have nothing. We're going to go Laporta at tight end, and if Goff falls any further, we'll take him on the way back, but I doubt he would make it back. Laporta's a fun upside swing anyways, though. Can we get the Spotify uploads again? Yeah, I will. I've been so busy, but I will do it soon. I will do it soon. Suck our dicks to all our enemies. I can guess that, man. What else we got in here? What else do we got? You said you have Allen and Chase in a keeper league. Does it make sense to trade Allen for Burrow to complete the stack? No. Unless if you're getting a massive premium on top of Burrow. Like, if you're getting a piece on top of Burrow, I would think about it, but not straight up. You got pick 12 in your home league, and Mox have been picking up Pollard and Wilson, Diggs at the 112, 2-1, and have been going with some combo of Lamar, Keenan, Andrews, Judy, really the 3-4. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right. I don't have any quarrels there. I would keep Gibbs in mind. If Gibbs made it back to the 3-4, I think that he's a smash. Those are about sort of the targets of mine as well. I'd have Diggs firmly above Pollard and Wilson. But it's tough to say without knowing your format, scoring, etc. Yeah, hit the like button, fellas. I said it earlier, but if we hit 200 likes, which we're gonna hit at this point, but if we hit 200 likes, we'll hop in another draft directly after this one. Who would you look at taking in the 104? Any one of like Tyreek, Kupp, McCaffrey. Say those three. My God, dude. My God. Random question. Do you play poker? With my buddies. I'm decent at poker. During COVID, one of my favorite times during COVID, I have a bunch of buddies in this Discord, and like once a week during COVID and lockdown, we would meet we would like play like an online poker game on like Poker Stars or something like that, and we'd all like Venmo like a banker, you know, like a $10, $20 buy-in, and just play like a cash game over COVID. It was actually a lot of fun, and I would do pretty well. They're not missing out on DraftKings at all. I really would want DK more for the DFS. Let's go Mingo here. Mingo's a nice upside wide receiver I've been taking recently. I debated Russell Wilson, but we have no Denver at all, and there's not really any late stacks for Denver that I want. I'm trying to think how we're going to end this team. We went Bijan, Gibbs, Dobbins. Dude, we might go 5 running backs. I think we might go like 2-5-8-3 is kind of what I'm thinking through here. I took Mingo to kind of set up a Bryce Young stack later down the line if we need to. Hey, don't let DK... dude, like, literally fuck DK, bro. Fuck those boys. What are the chances the new NCAA football game isn't garbage when it comes out? So low, man. So low. I cannot stand EA, bro. Should a Tyreek Hill Waddle stack exist? In best ball, yes. In redraft managed, we hit 200 likes. All right, so we'll run up another one of these after the draft. In redraft managed, I don't love going to like premium pass catchers in the quarterback. Like T. Higgins, like if you do like, you know, Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, or like T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Burrow, or what's the freaking one? You know, Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Tua. It's tough because like, in a best ball, it's fine because you can just have somebody else replace that week. But you're going to be starting those guys every single week, and their spike weeks are, like, negatively correlated. And we've talked about this before, but I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, it was in the stacking video. But most matchups in fantasy football, like in your home league and head-to-head scoring, is going to be lopsided. Like, you're going to blow people out a lot of the times, and you want those spike weeks to be correlated with your quarterback. And it kind of does, like, this, like, boom-bust sort of thing where it's tough for both of them to have, like, really good weeks. I mean, like, it'll happen sometimes where they sync up, but it's not something that I really love doing. Like, I don't think it's, like, some, like, crazy cheat code to do that. Now, in Dynasty, when you have, like, you know, start 12 leagues or something like that, I think it's really viable there. But in most home leagues, I wouldn't stack that crazy. Wow. I appreciate that comment, man. You said today's video is, like, one of the single best FF content you've consumed. Wow, dude. I appreciate that. If anybody out there that hasn't seen the video, after the stream, make sure you check it out. I did a fantasy football draft strategy video today that was just like an all-encompassing, all of the draft strategies together, everything that you need to know to crush your draft. Let's do... I've been wanting to take more Jawan Johnson. Let's take Jawan Johnson, dude. He's been like kind of streaming up boards or screaming up boards. And if Carr makes it back, we'll think about it. Oh, and he goes right next. Okay. Not a big deal, though. Sort of a weird conglomerate of tight ends here. None of them correlated with our quarterbacks, but I'm not all that worried, I'll say. I will say I didn't love that Juwan Johnson pick. That might have been a mistake. That might have been a mistake to not have a single correlated tight end there. Especially with a guy like Isaiah Likely we could have gotten late, but it's all good. Thank you for the bless you. I appreciate it, fellas. Oh my god. Nah, this is like maybe the craziest thing you've ever said. Like, what? Jeez, dude. I don't have an answer. You into any online computer games at the moment? Nah, I don't play PC. I really just play sports games on Xbox. But like I said, you know, August has been such a grind. I really haven't had time for any of it. I sent you an email to your YouTube business mail. Things are so busy right now. I really don't check it a ton. I have been getting comments of like, oh, I've reached out to you on there and I haven't said anything. I'll figure it out eventually. Ron, can we get a Corey Davis exposure check? Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I think we're fine on Corey Davis, to be honest. Corey Davis, yeah, 2.4%. I'm fine with that. That's negligible. Trey Lance, 3.4%. Yeah, so this news today didn't really kill me. We do have 1 hour left on this Pitbull slow draft that we should definitely figure out soon here. Let's get back into this draft. Damn, I didn't love that Juwan Johnson pick. I think that might have been a mistake. St. Brown or Garrett Wilson in half PPR? St. Brown for me. You said I like Mingo because what if the number 1 overall pick this year is good? I agree. That's actually like a great point. Bryce Young, dude, if Bryce Young was just like big and had good size, he probably would have graded out somewhere to like a Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence in my model. But just because he didn't test well, like his film grades were a little bit lower because he's smaller. Man, people are low on Chark because of today's injury news, huh? I'm fine kind of taking a discount on him. I'll take a discount on him. No worries. I'll take a discount on DJ Chark. It's like a bug down here, dude. Know that I caught that shit. Yeah, there is a stream delay. Everybody chill out. I'll get to some things. Like, give me a few minutes to get to your stuff, and if I miss it, then I miss it. You said today's video is a massive W. Thank you, man. I do appreciate all of the gas. How do you write this title before the draft and it's actually accurate? Hey, man, I see things. I will say the Juwan Johnson pick, how do we feel about it? Maybe I haven't caught up to you guys talking about it. Can you move your picture so we can see the whole team? I'll go back up to the top for you guys. When we start in the 7th spot, we go Bijan, Waddle, Gibbs, Lamar Jackson in the 4th, which is just literally sex. Tyler Lockett in the 5th, J.K. Dobbins, Michael Pittman, Rashad Bateman, Odell Beckham, David Njoku, Devin Achane, Sam Laporta, Jonathan Mingo, Juwan Johnson, DJ Chark here. You said thoughts on Pollard. I feel like analysts are sleeping on him. I think he's currently like my 2-0. I think he might be currently my 202. I have him very high, man. I have him very high. I'd be open to taking him in the 1st round. Like if you have, I talked about it in today's video, but if you have like, CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, like all in the same tier, and you're at like the turn or you're at like the 10th spot, like you can make the case to take Pollard there and just take whatever wide receiver comes back around. I really don't hate that, especially in like half PPR. But anytime that Pollard is there, like in the early 2nd, I'll be all over that all off season long. Ideal number of quarterback tight end in a build, probably 5. Probably 5. 2 on one and then 10 on the other, or 3 on the other. My goodness, you guys are going crazy with this escort question in here. That's one of the most bonkers questions I've ever seen. That's MLB The Show. I actually do love MLB The Show. Me and my buddy will run like duos on their ultimate team. Or what do they call it? Diamond Dynasty. I will say, I hate the MLB The Show. Like, I like pulling packs. I'm a degenerate. I like pulling packs, man. But like MLB, because you can just buy stubs and then pay for players with the stubs, like it just completely cuts out. Like, I know you can grind and play a bunch and you get, like, free packs, and that's kind of, like, the fun of it. But, like, I don't have time to, like, grind all of these, like, and I'm not good enough. I'm not doing all, like, the conquest and all this nonsense. But if they just didn't have that weird stub system, if they just had, like, currency separate, I would love to pull some packs. But MLB The Show, outside of that, is a very fun game, even though I don't know shit about baseball, dude. I don't know shit about baseball, and all the time I'm making errors out there in the field, dude. I don't know. If I get the ball at, like, shortstop and there's guys on bases, I don't know where the hell I'm going with that ball. Talked about this before, but I never played it growing up. I really wish I did. Are we doing a second draft tonight? Because we get 200 likes, we will be doing a second draft. This is going to be a Bryce Young pick very easily here. That'll be our second QB. We're now done at QB as well. All we need is one more running back, one more wide receiver. All right, things look good here. Didn't see the point of Juwan Johnson. I kind of agree. He's just been someone I wanted to take more of. I'm trying to think of, like, who I maybe should have taken instead there instead of Juwan Johnson. I sort of thought that maybe I could take Juwan Johnson there and get Carr to fall back to me, but just a bunch of QBs went, so it was kind of a dumb pick. But I'm trying to think, like, nothing really stood out to me. Like, maybe I could have just taken a shot on, like, an Alec Pierce or some random wide receiver. I could have taken, like, a Kendre Miller, added to the running back room. It felt like tight end was fine there. It just bothers me a little bit that, like, if we're playing the volume game at tight end with a 3 tight end build, I'd like one of them to be attached to the quarterback. Neither of our quarterbacks have a tight end attached to them. I will say this, man, you could talk me into going 4 tight ends in this build. You could talk me into it. You could talk me into 4 tight ends with Isaiah Likely as that last one. You really could. Any input on going 4 tight ends here? I don't think we have to, but it's a viable strategy. It's a viable strategy. The advance rates on 4 tight end builds have been decent. I wouldn't mind an Isaiah Likely pick. I don't feel all that weak at wide receiver where I feel like we need another one. We probably need another wide receiver. We probably do, but Isaiah Likely might be a freaking monster. But if we take a tight end, then we have to punt wide receiver or running back, one or the other. So there goes Conklin. Let's take an errant Michael Wilson here. No, we're going to go Isaiah Likely here. Why not? 4 tight end build. 4 tight end build. 4 tight end build. Now, where this next pick goes, I don't know. I think we might just cut it off at 4 running backs, man. We took 2 early. We took another, I think Dobbins, Gibbs, Bijan, and 1 more with A-Chain there. I don't know that we need 5. I think this is going to be a wide receiver here. I don't think you guys are going to like this draft. I think I might have ruined it. I wanted to mix in a 4 tight end build, okay? We're gonna have monster tight end weeks every single week from our tight end spot in this build. People are saying I crashed the plane. I don't know. I don't do 4 tight end often. I mixed it in this time. So let's think. Let's actually go running back here. Let's bet that the 7 wide receivers we took are going to be fine. I've been wanting to get more aggressive. I've been wanting to get more aggressive with that. We're going to get really weird here, I think, man. Man, running back or wide receiver? I think it has to be running back, actually. trying to think. So Baltimore, Carolina. We can go with like a JaMychal Hasty as like a true sleeper. We can go Clyde Edwards-Helaire for like the 15th time this offseason. We could go with we could go with like John Mechie as like an upside wide receiver. We could go Terrace Marshall. People want P. Ryan. Yeah, I think this has to be running back. Brown. Nothing really correlates here either in terms of week 17. Miami. Baltimore, Carolina. All right, let's do, you know what? There's been a lot of buzz about Chris Evans. Let's take him here. Let's take Chris Evans, like uncorrelated Chris Evans, but people have been really pumping him up here. Why not? Why not? So there is the team. I actually have some bad news. I have to take a piss real quick, but we're just going to enter a BBM real quick here. My goal, oh geez, we're not. I was saying my goal was to get out of here by 11 p.m. I'll give you guys a quick second to hop into this next one if you want to. I'm going to give it a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right, I'm going to go. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no shot. All right. We're back in the mix. Picking from the... Damn, I think we're picking from the 11 spot. 11 spot here. I stay getting late picks. But before we get into this next draft, make sure, as always, if you want to hop into drafts with us, we are going to be streaming all offseason long. We are streaming all the way through kickoff. Every single night, every single day. So if you want to hop into a draft with us, make sure that you are on Underdog Fantasy. They are running best ball drafts all summer long. Best ball, you draft your team. You don't have to set your lineups. There's no trades, no waivers, no setting your... I already said that. But it's perfect. And you can get ready for your home league where ADP is as sharp as ever on here. They have 21 plus, 18 plus, real money on the line. It's not like this janky ADP you'll find on other sites. And you can get a feel for these rooms where these are sharp rooms. Guys have been drafting since the spring. You have sickos on here where Jerry Judy's a 3-4 turn pick. You get to your home league and Jerry Judy might be there at the 5-6 turn. It just kind of conditions you to know when players should be going off the board. So make sure you check it out. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Ron. Get you a deposit match up to $100. We have a link in the description, comment section, live chat right now. Like the chat, it's pinned at the top there. You click the link, it'll take you there. It'll use promo code Ron so that you can be drafting with us all summer long. But how is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Why are you delaying your stream? This isn't COD. It's just the stream, it just has a natural delay, I think. I think it just has a natural delay. I could be wrong, but I think it's just... I don't know. I think it's just kind of the natural, just how it is. I could be wrong. All right, let's go CeeDee Lamb. Right? Like, anybody that hops in these drafts with me, like, is it like disgusting, the delay? Again, I don't set it on delay purposely. All right, so we go CeeDee Lamb here. He goes Pollard, Chubb, 2 running backs at the turn. It's a Hyundai. Let's do Lamb, Amon-Ra, St. Brown. We get that Cowboys-Detroit Week 17 matchup going there. Someone spiked Ron's G Fuel tonight. Oh, I'm a gamer. Anything weird? Anything weird happen in the first round? Well, oh wow, Stephon Diggs at the 3 spot's pretty weird. Eckler over McCaffrey. This is a weird room, fellas. We got 2 guys going double hero RB here with Bijan and Saquon, and then Chubb and Pollard. Very fun-looking squad here. They're a very fun-looking bunch here. Should I trade Walker and Waddle for Saquon? Probably not. Do you think CEH could have a role this year, even with no injuries to Pacheco or McKinnon? He probably needs an injury. Donald Trump in the draft room. Yeah, Big 4-5 is literally in here with us. We got Brock in here. What's up? Do you do any live streams during the season? Sometimes. Sometimes. It's hard. I mean, like, once Underdog starts coming out with, like, fun contests, I do. But it's tough to say. I have to be honest with you guys. I don't like, this is fun. Like, we're talking, we're drafting, I'm answering some questions. But, like, if you're streaming in season and there's no drafting and there's no player takes to get off, like, it's essentially just me sitting here and, like, scrolling through and being like, okay, start J.K. Dobbins or Kenneth Walker this week. And I just, like, go through. If I'm being completely 100% honest, this job is amazing. It's been very fun to do all of this, how it's all come together, but start-sit questions are freaking brutal, man. They are freaking brutal. It's just, it's just very monotonous. Like, there's no really thought behind it. It just kind of sucks. But I'm open to ideas. I was debating maybe doing, like, a Battle Royale stream. I was debating maybe having an injury analyst, like, every Saturday doing a stream where we talk through, like, last-minute start-sits with, like, injured players and stuff. But in terms of, like, it's tough. I'm not sure. Remember to pick in the slow draft, Ron. Definitely will be doing that soon here. Let's actually do this. I'm going to make the pick on my phone real quick. Actually, no, we have the entire turn here. So let's make this pick right now. We're on the clock in one of these pit bulls. We have Lawrence, Dimes, Kyler. Have anybody queued up? No. This is already, so we already have enough QBs and tight ends. You have 2 last picks here. Need both to be running backs. Okay. We already have Arizona, Giants, Jacksonville. Huh. I hate all of these options here. Let's go Fournette in case he signs somewhere. I really don't like anything else. Yeah, we'll go Fournette. All right, we'll get back to the draft board here for you guys. BBM, 6 picks away. The picks that were missed on the screen here. Metcalf went at 3-0. I don't even know what this is. 3-0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Higgins middle of the third here, which is really late for him. Hurts goes, Jacobs goes. Seems like Jacobs has been going a lot higher recently. I don't know why. I guess he's gotten some sort of positive news, but it hasn't really felt like he's gotten a ton of positive news. I'm not sure. He said, hey, Ron, you're way too high on DJ Moore. DJ Moore has never been a top 24 wide receiver in points per game. I believe he has. I could be wrong, but I believe that he has. No, DJ Moore has 100% been a top 24 wide receiver in points per game. Like, his second year, he was very good in Carolina. And he's in the worst passing offense in the entire NFL. I just think people would have said something very similar about Jalen Hurts last year, man. I do. It's as much as a DJ Moore bet as it is a Justin Fields bet. I truly do believe that he can be great. I truly do believe that he can be great, Justin Fields, and really elevate that offense. Oh, dude, we keep getting Gibbs to fall to us. Let's go Gibbs here, and we'll just like really lean into this Detroit Cowboys Week 17 game. You'll be wearing your basement. Oh, you're one of the dudes that have a basement tee. Love to see it, man. I will say we hit 1,000 patrons on Patreon. I'm going to be doing a giveaway probably starting Friday's stream where I'm going to spin a wheel of all the Patreon names and then pick out some guys. So be on the lookout for that. I know a lot of you guys are on the Patreon, probably like, when's Ron doing this giveaway? It's just a matter of really finding time to get that list of like 1,000 people that we have, put it on a wheel, and then doing it on a stream. But we'll do it over this weekend. I promise that. Let's see. Let's see. Let's just go Keenan Allen. I'll just keep taking the best player on the board. I mean, I like Judy, but I don't take a lot of Keenan Allen. And if Keenan Allen gets to the 4th round, he's probably a good pick. So this is a fun team. This is definitely a team that I have not done a start like this ever. Yeah, I kind of like early Diggs as well. It's a fun idea. It sucks that he got sniped on Josh Allen, though, so that sucks for him. What's up, Ron? Love the rankings. I have 3 drafts coming up. Excited to crush it this year. Yes, sir. Like I said tomorrow, probably either before my high-stakes stream at night or after it, I'll be updating the rankings. So be on the lookout for that. You ever take 2 running backs from the same team that have different roles? Not very often. But if they're both like super late, then yeah. Yeah, the in-season stuff is pretty brutal. Can you elaborate on what your ideal round section means in your Patreon rankings? It's really just the ideal round to me is that if I draft this player in this round, I just feel good about it, right? Or if just in a vacuum, it's this round, I push the button on this player, it feels good there. Like, it's not like a massive value or anything. It's just like my target round for drafting that player, especially also knowing like ADP as well. So you'll see like DK Metcalf and Debo Samuel are right next to each other. Metcalf always goes in the 3rd, whereas Debo will sometimes fall to the 4th. So I have Metcalf as a guy that I know he's never going to get to the 4th. So I have his ideal round as 3rd. But Metcalf is a guy Debo is a guy that gets to the 4th a lot. So I put his ideal round as 4th, right? Like, because that feels good in a vacuum. Where like 3rd, he doesn't go there in every draft. So it's kind of a feel thing of just like you look up. If you take this player in this round, you just know that at the very least you have my stamp of approval to take that player there. So I think that kind of sums it up. Injury analysis would be crazy. Yeah, know that I'm in some injury guys DMs right now, trying to work something out. Let me know if you guys have any like favorite injury guy or injury analyst. Let me know. Stream every Thursday night. We can all shoot the shit about the game. How is fantasy football? Stuff. I like having a thing to do, like the draft. I mean, we could potentially like fire up some battle royales next year, or this season, but I'm not sure yet. I'm late. What's going on, Ron? Nothing much, man. We're just in here holding it down. Yeah, I did see the report on Jacobs, but it seemed like he tweeted something that just said like this isn't true, pretty much. That's a fair point. It's a fair point that passing on Allen, like I don't love the idea of passing on Allen or like taking Allen in the 2nd, but taking Ridley there is confusing. Like I don't think he had to do that. I dream of Gibbs at the end of round 3. Yeah, he's a spot now where I said like he's literally he any time that he's available after the 306 Jameer Gibbs auto pick. He has to be. It's just where his price is, and I'm fine paying it. I agree. 4-5 turn DJ Moore was much better until he like showed out in the preseason. I do agree. But we were definitely snagging him there. I hate this 5-6 turn sucks, man. The 5-6 turn is garbage, dude. Let's go. I'm trying to take more Dameon Pierce. Let's go Pierce here. And we'll probably take whatever tight end makes it back to us. I've been trying to take more Pierce. We took Dobbins in the last draft. I feel similar to Dobbins that I do with Pierce. He's the guy in the 6th round that I want to be taking. Dameon Pierce, even though we took him there at the 5'11", pretty much the same thing. He goes Waller. I should have sniped him on Waller, to be honest. And there goes Evans. Yeah, I don't really want to take Kittle here. But I think we have to. We'll take Kittle. We'll get a positional advantage here. Maybe that should have been Waller. It seemed like, fuck. I should have really read what he was doing there. But when you do take 3 running backs through 4 rounds, like, you are definitely still liable to take another one and just not really care. What else we got in here? What else we got in here? Ron, you sending Waddle and Gibson for Henry and DJ Moore in a keeper league? I think so. I think I would. Like I said, that 5-6 turn is brutal, man. Like I mean, Deontay Johnson's already gone. Ayuka's gone. You could talk me into 6th round Godwin. Like, I don't hate 6th round Godwin, but I don't know. I'm not excited to take any of those wide receivers. Why is it that Jameson Williams is still getting drafted when he has a 6-game suspension and he's barely ever played? How's there 0 upside? I mean, like, the point of Jameson Williams is that he comes back and he's a guy that can catch like 3 balls for like 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kind of like Gabe Davis in best ball. So in best ball, I get it. Season long, he's a tough click. I agree. I would go Bijan over Chubb. Could you show some exposures? Probably after this draft, maybe. Does the size of your bench affect your draft strategy? A little bit. Depends how deep. JSN every time. Man, I think I need to... I'll take JSN at the 6-7 turn. I'll take him at the 6-7 turn. I've been cooling off of him a little bit. It's like he was already super expensive on Underdog, and now it's like... it's a little tough. Billy Joe, you're in the 4 spot? Okay. Devonta Smith, Jalen Hurts is a sweet little stack you got there. Hey, Ron, first time, long time. Should I start Adrian Peterson or Chris Johnson? Probably AP. But I heard he's coming off an ACL tear. Surprised you're up on Pierce. I must have missed it. What's your take on him that you're coming around on? I should be talking about it tomorrow in a running back video. He was somebody I liked early on, and I didn't push him up high enough, but he's somebody, like, there's a couple guys, like, essentially that's what tomorrow's video is going to be, is I'm going to talk through, like, a lot of guys have been asking on this draft strategy videos, like, who are legendary running backs you're going after? Now, of course, you have, like, the pretty obvious, like, top 5, and then after that, there's some other targets that I'm even taking stabs on in the dead zone, so we're going to talk through that tomorrow, but Dobbins is one of, Pierce is one of those guys. He showed a lot more pass catching upside than you would have thought last year for a guy that ran, like, under 40% of the routes, and then he was just, like, the absolute bell cow. In preseason this week. You have a new offensive coordinator there. Like, there's a lot to like with Dameon Pierce. I think that his receiving upside is a lot more than you might think. He doesn't really profile as like a projected volume dead zone back to me. Like, he's a young guy with upside. I actually do like him. It's crazy. I've drafted him in both my I think I've drafted 3 BBMs today. I've drafted him twice. All right, let's see. We're about to be on the clock here. I will also say in best ball, I'm honestly, like, in best ball, I'm more likely to take stabs on running backs in the dead zone, especially on Underdog. I think, I've been talking about this, but I think there's a case to be made that on Underdog, the RB dead zone doesn't really exist because, like, the ADP is as efficient as ever. I think the RB dead zone very much alive in your home league where Dameon Pierce is, like, we were looking on Sleeper. I put him in our Do Not Draft video when we were kind of comparing home league ADP because he's a 4th round pick on Sleeper and stuff, but on Underdog, where he's like a 6th round pick, and, you know, sometimes in like more like these high stakes draft where he's like a 6th round pick or like 5-6 turn guy, he's a smash there. I love him there, but like early 4th can't get there, which is like where he's at in like Sleeper. But there's a lot to like about Dameon Pierce. Like, he's one of these guys that doesn't really profile as like a pure dead zone back, along with some other guys that we'll be talking about in tomorrow's video. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. We're gonna go Elijah Moore here. He's like the last wide receiver I feel decent about in this area. What else we got in here? You said watching Hard Knocks. Yeah, I haven't had time to watch Hard Knocks. We targeting Dak or Goff more here. Honestly, whatever falls back to me here. You don't get the hype around Gallup. I don't think there's a ton of hype on Gallup. I will say, Evans going at pick 61 and Godwin going at pick 72 is a little bit wild to me. Appears to be rising over the last couple of weeks of BBM. That's what I've been saying, and he just really hasn't. I think that he will as well, and he'll become like an early fifth. So I'm trying to get in now at like that. You can get him in the 6th round right now. So that's sort of where I'm targeting him. But again, like I'm not excited to take many of these wide receivers in the 5th. Like once, yeah, like in the 5th, it gets so tough. Again, like the RB dead zone doesn't really feel like it's a thing on Underdog. I'm trying to lean more into drafting running backs on Underdog. I do think it's viable. I've been going more running back heavy in these rooms. Like people that say that there's a difference between the two of them, I do agree. There is a difference between the two of them. But this is also half PPR. Like, I really do think that the reason that wide receivers get pushed up so much in this format is really just because it's sharp drafters with money on the line, and it's been happening for forever. I don't think it's just because of a 3 wide receiver, 1 flex format. My home league is two wide receivers, 2 flex, which to me it's not a huge difference between 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, and 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. I'm still trying to start 4 wide receivers at a time. But Underdog has good running back values. No, I agree. I agree that JSN could be the guy you need. I will say I already just have like a ton of him. And he was going at like, he was going at 6th-round prices, and then he crept all the way up to 55, and we were taking him there. And now our bags are packed so full of JSN that until we get some kind of discount, I'm chilling. You know what I mean? I already have a ton of them. When does the puppy open back up? We'll be lucky to get one more. We'll be lucky to get one more puppy in here, fellas. I think you got one more, maybe. I agree. I'm taking Pierce over Madison all day as well. How's this team looking, Ron? I'll scroll up for the guys that are tuning in right now. But we started from the 11th spot. We went CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown to get that Detroit Cowboys Week 17 game. We got Gibbs to take it one step further. Took a 4th-round Keenan Allen I felt good about. Damian Pierce, George Kittle at that 5-6 turn. And then we went Quentin Johnston, Elijah Moore to kind of round things out here. Why so much hate for Madison? He is the poster boy for dead zone running back. Propped up by volume. A guy we've never seen do it before. He's not like this young guy with upside. He is... Oh, wow, dude. Wow. Deshaun Watson, 87 ADP. This is why we play the game. We get him 20 picks past ADP and stack him to Elijah Moore, the round player. We've been doing that a ton. Where, like, by the 9th round, everybody... Like, we did it in an NFFC draft where it's 6-point passing TD. You can get it. You can get a room where people have already taken elite quarterbacks, and they'll just let Deshaun Watson fall. So you can take Elijah Moore here with like the upside case. Like part of the reason to draft Elijah Moore in the 8th is so that if Deshaun Watson does make it back, which he has been recently, he'll slide in some rooms, and you can get a pretty crazy discounted stack here. Let's see. Let's complete the stack as well and go Njoku. Let's double dip on it. Njoku, Deshaun Watson, Elijah Moore there. Come on, I actually love that. Exactly. Madison is just projected volume. Very, very rarely. I've pulled up the list before, but very rarely do you average under like 40 rushing yards per game through your first 4 years. And I know Dalvin Cook was there, but they spent a day 2 pick on him. If he was talented, we would have seen it already. He's only been a guy that has just been a good handcuff, which is like a really dangerous bet to make. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Give me Pierce over him. Give me Dobbins over him. Give me Kenneth Walker over him. Even give me Javonte Williams over Alexander Madison. But then once you get to like the Miles Sanders, like David Montgomery, James Conner area, fine. Give me Alexander Madison, but I'm just never getting him in that range. Are you gonna do another BBM? No, this is the last one. I said we were gonna do 2 today. We hit him. For him because he got volume, new GM and head coach. I don't think that volume is guaranteed. Yeah, exactly. And they've drafted running back like each of the last 2 or 3 years. Could sign a vet. It's just tough. Yeah, we just started a crazy quarterback run here, huh? After taking Deshaun Watson there. I'd love Goff if he makes it back to us, but I really doubt he does. You got Njoku in the 13th round last season. I'm big on him. Very athletic for a tight end and has always been undervalued. I agree. This Cleveland offense, I think, is going to sort of surprise people. What else we got in here, though? If I don't get Goff, I need Jets. This is true. This is true. Yeah, but it's not even that I believe in Cleveland. It's just that I like Elijah Moore. Deshaun Watson came to us at a premium. And at that point, we're betting on the Cleveland Browns offense within this draft room. So it just had to happen. You said hoping Deshaun, or no. How close to maxing BBM? I think this is going to be draft. Oh, man, Goff goes. I would have loved to take Goff. Man, that sucks. But I'm close. I think this might be like 110. This might be BBM 110. I think we have like 40 or so to go. We're cutting it close here with like 16 days left. That's a pace of about like 3 a day, which I've been decent about doing. But we just got to keep it up now. I've been loving too. Like, I think one of the best stacks you can do, instead of doing like QB wide receiver, I think QB wide receiver tight end is a really clean way to do a stack, because I don't think like tight end isn't taking much away from your wide receiver, and outside of the elite tight ends, you might as well have a tight end that's correlated to your quarterback. It's just kind of my view there. Man, so Devin Achane's been falling in these rooms, huh? And I do understand why. I do understand. Don't get me wrong. Damn, Rashee Rice went. I would have loved to take Rashee Rice. All right, we're doing it again. We're taking more Sam Laporta. Or no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. We'll take Devin Achane past ADP again. I'm not drafting a ton of him, but he just felt like a fine pick there. Like, I'm not crazy about Devin Achane. We do need to think about Jets here, but I don't think we really have any Jets to take for a little bit. Yeah, like, all we have is, like, we could go, like, last round, like, Michael Carter or McCole Hardman or something, which does suck. Don't really need a third tight end, but we could take one if we wanted to. He goes Mims, that's a great pick. I wish I took Mims. Let's go Damian Harris. We'll take another running back here. We've been kind of thin on running backs in this draft, where our RB1's Jahmyr Gibbs. So this is, like, pretty clearly going to be, like, a 0 RB-ish type build. I think we'll probably aim for like a 3-6, 3-6-7-2 is kind of how I'm leaning here. Yeah, 3-6-7-2 is how I'm leaning. I don't know. How do we feel about Devin Achane at this point? Like, it's a pretty ugly pick, but I think that he's also falling because of not the Dalvin Cook stuff. I think he's falling because of the potential Jonathan Taylor trade, and I'm fine soaking up some of that discount right now. Like, he's hurt. Like, everybody's kind of out on him at this point, but I'm fine scooping him. Late stack looking dank per usual. Yes, sir. Now just have to make sure that we get something going with the QB. Yeah, I say that all the time. And Njoku, I figure you guys are sick of hearing me just bring up every New Jersey guy, but yeah. His youngest brother, Charles Njoku, was my graduating class, and my buddies who were on the football team like played against them in the state finals. NJ Crew checking in. What's good, my boy? I'm in New Jersey, New Brunswick. That's not far away at all. I'm in like Morris County, like Morristown area. If you're really from Jersey, then you know like Rockaway, Denville, but that's like pretty out there. Your cousin Gio hit big with Peyton Manning's first year as a Bronco. He had Peyton, Demaryius Thomas, and Julius Thomas. Damn. I mean 732 in here. What do you mean by that? HM was never an early season play. Yeah, I agree. I kind of like him too. You know how people are. People get hurt. It's inevitable. Yeah, exactly. Or how RBs are. Exactly. I'm not all that scared off of Achane at this point. Until JT becomes a Dolphin, and even then I think Achane could still carve out a receiving role in what should be an explosive offense. Like, I'm taking a lot of it, Achane. Do you like Harris more than Foreman? At this current point, yeah. At this point in time, yeah. You could make the case that maybe Kenneth Gainwell was a better pick than Damian Harris there. But I have been scooping up some Damian Harris. Do kind of wish I took Gainwell. 3 constants in life, death, taxes, RBs get hurt. Yes, sir. Pick 142, you got Achane. Damn, that's crazy. You're from Parsippany? It's essentially my hood, bro. I know you guys got the Embassy Suites over there. Trying to think what else I know. I've gone to the, I mean, it's not there anymore, but the Esports Fitness in Parsippany I went to before it closed down in August. Yeah, exactly. It was always a late season play. Raheem Mostert's been pretty brittle boned in terms of staying healthy. Rookie with upside. I think he's also still the clubhouse leader to be the receiving back, you know, in the second half of the season, which is really all I care about. That's my thing too. I don't see anybody doing enough to get JT. Do the Rockaway. That's an old ass song. You played against Justin Shorter. I know that Shorter is a Jersey boy too. 732 is an area code in NJ. I should know that, huh? Oh, Monmouth is like freaking, what's that, like South Jersey, dude? I think my area code is 973, but I'm kind of a dumbass with that kind of stuff. I really don't know. Eyeing up Mingo. Hyatt goes. Let's go Mingo. Mingo's such an easy click because he just sets up a late Bryce Young pick if you need it. Can make the case that I should have gone Rondale Moore, Kyler Murray, but I'm kind of good on that. Pittsburgh. We do have San Fran. I think that this has to be a Brock Purdy pick, actually. I'll take Brock Purdy here. We'll stack him to George Kittle. We'll sort of make a mental note. We need some Week 17 correlation, but nothing has really come super easy to us. But like Washington, we can think through. Like a Curtis Samuel's pretty easy. We'll try and get him on the way back. We have our San Fran stack, Cleveland. Jets is really tough. I like none of the backup running backs are all that viable. I don't want to go with 3 tight end builds here. I guess you could go do like last round McCole Hardman is like somewhat interesting. All right. Could have done Jaden Reed, Jordan Love there as well. Ever heard of Lowell? It ain't in Jersey, but if you were here, you'd think it was ass. I might have heard of Lowell. Yeah, 973 is where I'm at. I'm in the 973. Maybe I should get a 973 tattoo. Moved to Weehawken from Minnesota. It's crazy how many of you guys are from Jersey. Central Jersey, dead smack center of the state. Yeah, New Brunswick's in there. Is there a chance that JT doesn't even play this year? There's a small chance. Yeah, I went down to Belmar with my boys, like, July 4th weekend. We went there. Hit up Bar A. I know DJs is down there. We didn't hit up DJs, though. Very packed and sweaty. Bar A is sweet, though. Yeah, I agree. I think the time to take Miami running backs is now. What else we got in here? I'm trying to think because your Dallas-Detroit bet is so big. Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out. Detroit-Dallas, I think like we're pretty much done there. We're pretty much done there. Like, yeah, we can't play anything through their quarterbacks. We can go with like a last-round Dowdle pick just to sort of play that up a little bit more. But now I think it's important to kind of figure the rest out. This guy has 2 quarterbacks already. He is viable to take a third. If Rondale makes it back to us, I'm open to Rondale Kyler Murray at this turn. Oh, Rondale goes. So never mind on that. So one of these picks has to be Curtis Samuel. I'd be open to just like a random Kyler Murray, but we have like no Eagles that really even go with him. Could set something up with like a CJ Stroud later, but we don't have any Tennessee. Or no, we already our third quarterback that's already kind of getting set up here. Our third quarterback that's already sort of getting set up here is Bryce Young, but there's not really any fun bringbacks in that setup. Tyjae Spears already gone? Yep. Tyjae Spears keeps rising, huh? No fun bringbacks with the Titans. Open to Arizona, way past ADP. There's nothing fun in terms of Eagles bringbacks. And of course, Curtis Samuel goes, so our Washington bringback is gone. Huh. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take Michael Wilson. Pretty far past his ADP. We're in like the last 4 rounds. I don't care about reaching. You can reach in the last 4 rounds. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. I dare this guy to take Kyler Murray as his third QB. I dare him to. And he doesn't. Okay, so now we go Kyler. We hit up a... But now we have like nothing Week 17 correlation-wise. We need to get... These last 2 picks are going to be running backs. Can't do anything in terms of Jets. Can't do anything in terms of Washington. Can't really do anything in terms of Eagles. We could do a last round. I might do a last round Boston Scott. I actually don't hate Boston Scott. Boston Scott's interesting. Cleveland. Purdy. Yeah, I'm not going to do a Washington running back, bring back there. You could talk me into Keontae Ingram just to get more Arizona play, but it's tough. I'm struggling to get any Week 17 correlation outside of just the Detroit-Dallas stuff. I think we played that decently. Jersey doesn't exist? Oh, come on. You live in La Follette? Okay. I see it. 973 tattoo, that's ridiculous. I know. I'm just saying, it's just funny because I think that everyone gets their like area code or whatever tatted on them. I'm just joking. Went to Hoboken this past Friday. I've never, I mean, give me a break, fellas. I'm 22, so I've only done so much going to bars and stuff. I've never gone to, I haven't gone to Hoboken yet as like for like a night out. Loving this receiver room this draft. All right, thank you. No, you're fine with Dobbins and Mark Andrews. My rule of thumb is like 2 position players on the same team is fine. I think 3 is pushing it. You can go 2 position players and a quarterback easily as well. Does David Bell have any hope in Cleveland? No. Cleveland and Hope don't mix. Chris, you're saying you actually like it. No room for Hardman. Can't see the build with your face cam. It's tough. It's tough with Hardman. Let's look. Like, we're at 3, 4, 5, 7, 2. I mean, we can go 5 running backs, I guess. I think it's cutting it a little bit close. I guess we could go 5 running backs and squeeze in McCole on the way back. I think that's actually a good call. Personally, I prefer to go 2 running backs if possible, but I do see how McCole could work out. What do you think about McCole, Hardman, Boston Scott as our last 2 picks there? Do we have any quarrels or qualms with the last round? I've never taken Boston Scott so far, but he's 100% making the team. He had like multiple touchdown games last year. It's not terrible. Would you draft Kyler in a 12-man Superflex 2 quarterback league for your bench? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, exactly. In a perfect world, we go 6 running backs here. What's the issue with both, Chris? What's the issue with both? Are we saying that, like, I'm open to the idea that 2 of these has to be running back. Yeah, exactly. It feels like this has to be a 6 running back build. I kind of like the idea of at least going Dowdle as one of the options. And McCole Hardman goes anyways. God damn. What do you think about Dowdle, Boston Scott? Keontae Ingram's already gone. Keontae Ingram's already gone. Could go Deuce Vaughn. I haven't been taking a lot of Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn's ADP does feel crazy, but maybe I don't take a lot of Deuce Vaughn. I might take him here. I have been taking some Rico Dowdle. I think it is wise to mix in some Deuce Vaughn. Keontae Ingram's already gone. If he gets to us here, we're going to take Deuce. So we'll take Deuce. I don't know what we're going to do on this second pick, though. Debating Boston Scott, but I could be talking to Fournette. I could be talking to Ty Chandler. I think I'm going to go Scott, though. As weird as that may sound, I think I'm going to go Boston Scott. I really do. Sort of forcing Week 17 correlation a little bit there, but I like it. I do like it, you know. The Eagles could just go absolutely nuclear against the Cardinals in this final week to the point where they pull the starters and Boston Scott falls in the end zone in Week 17 and Kyler Murray's down like 25 and has to come back big and just throws the ball like 50 times. That's the that's the outcome. Oh. I don't know what happened. It's late at night. I was like looking at the queue. I was looking at Boston Scott. I clicked draft and I just like completely blanked out. I thought that I just pressed the button on Boston Scott there. I'm not mad at Ty Chandler there. But it was not what we drew up. It was not what we drew up. I'm going to have to go back, review the tape. I don't know what happened there. Oh, boy. I mean, I don't really care. Like, Ty Chandler's objectively a better pick than Boston Scott. Correlation-wise, it's whatever. Yeah. I don't know what happened. But I don't really care. I don't even know what to think. I don't even know what the hell. Like, I just, like, something possessed me and was like, Ty Chandler's this pick. So maybe it was, to be honest with you, I think that the fantasy gods just, like, tapped me on the shoulder and was like, Boston Scott's a stupid-ass pick here, my guy. And that's just kind of what happened. I think that's what happened. I wish I had a excuse for how I just, like, did that. I'm telling you, I do truly think that the fantasy football god just tapped me on the shoulder and was like, I think Ty Chandler is the guy here. And I was just like, okay. I just like, it was kind of like a Ouija board here, where I was just like, I woke up and was like, okay, Ty Chandler was on the team now. That is very weird, but it's late. I've been grinding my whole life. I've been grinding all day. It's August. I don't know what to say. Yeah, that was very weird. That was very weird. That was supernatural in a way. I really don't know what happened there. I'm still trying to process. If this team wins it all, and like Ty Chandler is a crucial point of this winning lineup, this is going to go down as one of the weirdest things ever. But that was weird. That was weird. Yeah. I talked myself. I literally stirred up the situation where the Eagles go up by like 3 scores. Fourth quarter, Boston Scott comes in, punches 1 to 2 TDs. Kyler Murray's down by 3 scores. He's throwing it 50 times at I think it's in Arizona. He's throwing it 50 times. Michael Wilson scores a touchdown, and then I just picked the wrong guy. But regardless, I appreciate everyone that came out tonight. You guys are the best. We had like 300. We had like almost 400 people in here at one point. We got like 249 likes on this stream. You guys are absolutely insane, dude. We started from the 11th spot on Underdog. I'm going to try and get out of here soon here. But we ended up with CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, Keenan Allen, Damian Pierce, George Kittle, Quentin Johnston, Elijah Moore, Deshaun Watson. I love this Elijah Moore, David Njoku, Deshaun Watson. 3 straight picks there. Devin Achane, Damian Harris, Jonathan Mingo, Brock Purdy, Michael Wilson, Kyler Murray, Deuce Vaughn, Ty Chandler. It's a fun team. I appreciate you guys coming out watching this. As always, make sure you check out Underdog Fantasy. We are streaming every single night on Underdog Fantasy. So if you want to hop into these drafts, hang out with the boy, draft a team against me, make sure you are on there. Underdog Fantasy, there is a link pinned at the top of the live chat, pinned at the top of the description, pinned at the top of the comment section down below. You click it, it'll take you to Underdog Fantasy. It'll use promo code RON, and you can hop in these best ball drafts where you can draft these teams, no strings attached, no waivers, no trades, no setting lineups. It's a beautiful thing, so you can get ready for your home leagues. I know your home leagues are coming up, so make sure you check it out. Promo code RON. ADP sharp as ever. Everyone's 21 plus, 18 plus. There's actual real money on the line. This is how drafts should look, and it'll condition you so that when you get to your home league, you can see values where like Calvin's a second round pick in these leagues. In your home league, he might fall to the 4th. Jerry Jeudy, same thing, where Jerry Jeudy's like a 3rd round pick in these. He might fall to the 5th in your home league. You can kind of just look up and be like, oh, I should be drafting this player here. Same thing even with a guy like Chris Olave, where Chris Olave is like a mid-second. In your home league, he might be like a late 3rd. So you can kind of just condition yourself to be like, oh, this player shouldn't be in this area. So make sure you check out Underdog Fantasy. It's the best way to sort of get ready. I've done like 500 drafts at this point. I know I can close my eyes and feel a draft room at this point and have this like just deep understanding for kind of how a draft room goes. So make sure you check it out. You can get some practice in before your home league drafts this weekend. As always, I appreciate you guys coming out here. Another absolutely smashing success. We've done it again. How do we keep doing it? I don't know. But high stakes stream tomorrow night. Be on the lookout for that. Should be a lot of fun. As always, I love you guys. And I will see y'all in the next one.